So many people are either learning for the first time or are being reminded repeatedly that self compassion is one of the kindest, most generous gifts that you can give yourself. I feel like a lot of times we are, as human beings, we spend a lot of time probably being harder on ourselves than we are on anybody else, you know, and we judge ourselves based on our intentions and we judge everybody else based on their behavior because we can't see people's intentions, right? And so, how harsh is it knowing yourself, like existing within your own body and between your own ears and all of that, knowing your intentions and knowing how you would kind of judge yourself, um, and just feeling like you don't deserve that same degree of love, respect, compassion, and grace that everybody else does. We're going to talk about that. Well, we're going to talk about that today because it's definitely something that warrants a discussion. Hello, fabulous. I hope today is treating you kindly. If you haven't done all the things, please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest content. Your support is very much appreciated. And I also want to know how you're doing because it's important to me to know how I can best serve and support you because that's the point of this whole entire channel. And while we're talking about the point of this whole entire channel, let's talk about the idea of self compassion. As I mentioned in the intro, I feel like we are meaner to ourselves than we are to other people. And frankly, humans can be very, very mean, very, very mean creatures to each other. And again, we judge ourselves based on our intentions, our, you know, the thought and the energy behind what we're attempting to do or what we want to do. And then, of course, we can't see that for other people. So we just have to kind of make assumptions and respond to whatever behavior they're exhibiting at the time. And, there's a lot of opportunity for there to be a massive disconnect between what someone believes and how they behave. And sometimes that is very apparent to the individual, and sometimes it really isn't. Maybe sometimes people say and do completely different things and they don't make any sense and they just don't align. So that can make it real tricky. The thing is, we as humans are designed for connection. And that connection has to start somewhere. It definitely has to start within our own selves because we, again, as humans, need each other to just exist in this experience. Like we are social beings and we need each other to support and serve and care for and love and companion each other in this experience we call life. And I feel like if we do not start within ourselves, coming from a space of love and compassion and grace, we judge ourselves so harshly and sometimes not even very fairly. Like most of the time, if we're honest, we're not very fair to ourselves, right? We would not say any of the things to our bestie that we would say to ourselves. And that needs to stop because, frankly, that doesn't serve you and you don't deserve that. You're too fabulous for all of that. So let's practice a little bit of self compassion today. I would like to invite you to do something a bit uncomfortable, which we do on this channel sometimes, as you all know. Don't worry, we won't stay here long. I am inviting you to think of a time recently, it could be today, it could be in the last couple days, whatever. Think of a time when you did not do something as well as you could have. Maybe you made a mistake, maybe you made a mess, maybe you dropped something, like maybe you blew up at someone and you didn't intend to, or you didn't perform at peak, whatever that means for you. And this, again, we're not going to dwell in judgment, right? This could be a big thing, it could be a small thing, it doesn't matter. End of the day, I need you to think of a recent time where you didn't do as well as you would have liked. Okay? I want you to embody that moment, remember it, think about it, notice what you felt in your body at that time. Be there. Be there in that moment, okay? And now, what I would like to invite you to do is recall whatever it was that you said to yourself at that moment, like, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm so clumsy, I'm so, fill in the blank. That was terrible, horrible of me, I'm an idiot, whatever the language was that you used, okay? And again, no judgment, all right? I don't live inside your head, but you do. And so we're going to practice being a little bit kinder to you because you deserve it. So now that you embodied the experience and you had that internal dialogue, whatever it was. And I did this recently. I actually did this the other day at work where I was like doing stuff that didn't make any sense. Like, I don't even know where my head was at. I was not focused on what I was doing. And I was like, okay, that was dumb. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. No. You're doing the best you can. We're going to flip it around. Okay. So, what I would like for you to do, if this helps you, if you are not yet aligned with the practice of self compassion, to just immediately go, oh, well, wait a minute. That wasn't fair. I'm sorry. That was not an appropriate thing to say. That was not an appropriate response to this situation. I did the best I could. Whatever words that you say of affirmation and grace and support whenever something happens. I want you to pretend that your favorite person in the whole entire world, your favorite being, whoever that is, just did the exact same thing that you just experienced. Literally, whatever it was. Like, you dropped your coffee, you tripped over something, you said the wrong thing in a meeting, whatever the thing is, okay? Lost your temper, whatever it is. Now, let's pretend for a minute that your bestie just did that and they are feeling bad about it, just like you did. They're feeling all the same things that you just embodied in your own being. What do you say to them? Just take a minute. What would you say? Usually, it's going to be things that are supportive, like, oh, sweetie, you know what? We all make mistakes. It's not that big a deal. I'll help you clean it up. You know what? Maybe nobody even noticed. People are so busy with their own stuff, they probably don't even care. You know what, honey? There's always tomorrow. You're doing the best you can. Whatever it is, whatever words that you would say to your favorite person, I want you to say that to yourself. And if it helps you, I strongly encourage you get like a mirror and you look into your own eyes. You can also do this like with selfie mode on your camera or your phone, whatever, and look into your own eyes and give yourself those words. Give yourself that gift. So, like, when you are not paying attention, or maybe you're not doing things the way that you think is the best way, and you notice that you need a course correction, I want you to say something that is kind and compassionate to yourself. So, we're going to just disrupt that flow. And you could literally do like an interesting little cue in order to do this. So, like, for example, I've been doing this for a minute, so I no longer need to engage in this specific task. But so, like, for example, when I was very first learning how to do this, when I would be like, oh my God, that was the dumbest thing. Why did you just do that? I would be like, okay, just do a little clap. Okay, actually, that wasn't the dumbest thing in the world. I had a moment where maybe I wasn't paying attention or whatever. And then I would just redirect and be like, you know what, sweetie, it's okay. You're doing your best. It's fine. You can do better next time. It was an easy fix. You can go back and correct that mistake. It's not a big deal. Good for you for catching it early so that you could address it right away. Same thing like if you're having a conversation with someone and you misspeak and you're like, oh, actually, I'm sorry. That's not what I had meant. Actually, what I mean to tell you is, and then whatever the thing is. So, little clap, little like snap your fingers or like tap or some kind of cue to yourself that disrupts that normal flow of behavior. So, like, I do a thing that's less than ideal and then I immediately start criticizing myself. I do my little clap when I disrupt that thought process of like, oh, wait a minute, we're not doing that. We're not being mean to me anymore. We are not being mean. We are being supportive. We are honoring what is. We are allowing space for compassion. And in that vein, let's just take a few moments to prime the brain. I would like to invite you to just settle into a comfy surface. Allow those eyes to close or soften your gaze. And I would like to invite you to deepen the breath into the belly. Take deep, slow breaths in whatever way is the most comfortable and supportive for you. And I would like to invite you to experience yourself sitting in a chair directly across from you. You can see, you can hear, you can touch this version of you that's sitting right across from you. And I would like you to say all of the things that are supportive and compassionate and loving and kind to yourself. Anything that comes to mind. Anything that feels genuine and true. It's okay if you don't have a ton to say to yourself. That's okay. You're just practicing. You can think of other things later, and you can do this whenever you need to. I just invite you to be present with yourself. Maybe hold your own hand if that feels aligned. Maybe mirror the posture that you see. I'd like to just invite you to kind of melt into the experience of loving on yourself in a way that you would love on a person or a creature, whatever, a being that is very dear to you. Say the things to yourself that you would say to a friend. Whatever that friend is going through, whatever is most aligned, say those things. Remind yourself of all the gloriousness that you are, all the good that you do, how you show up even when it's hard, how you keep going, how you persist, how you can admit when you've done something that's less than ideal, which is huge in terms of self-awareness, and how you can allow space to course correct and change whatever the thing was to have a better outcome. That's ultimately what it's about. We're just experiencing. As we experience things differently, we can behave differently, we can do things differently. We get to have a different experience. Maybe one that's more supportive for both ourselves and everyone around us. Take this moment to say all the kind things that you can think of that you would normally say to anyone else, and say them to yourself. You are worthy of all of those things, whatever they are. You deserve to hear those things, even if no one else tells you. You get to tell you. You get to honor yourself. You get to be present in your experience. You get to be loved and supported unconditionally. Take a few moments to notice how that feels in the body. Whatever emotions come up, it's okay. Just let them be there. Just allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to bask in the energy of grace. Take a few moments to stretch or move as you see fit. Begin to bring your awareness back into the present moment. And then when you are ready, you can open your eyes and return to this space and this time. Welcome back. I hope that that was supportive to you. It feels good to be compassionate to yourself, doesn't it? Like, it feels good to know that all of the good things that we give to other people are available to ourselves as well. And as we practice the art of self-compassion and self-acceptance and self-love and grace, we find it easier and easier to be able to extend that same compassion, that same grace, that same love and acceptance to others around us as well. It just changes us into gentler and kinder, softer beings, because there's so much opportunity in this world for things to be hard and for a lot of us to get hardened right along with it. And I feel like that's not the way forward at all. So thank you, with glitter on it, for choosing to hang out with me today and for choosing to exercise this self-compassion and self-honoring, because you are so very, very worth it. So again, thank you, with glitter on it, for choosing to hang out with me today. And I hope that you have a sparkly rest of your day.